Hello, and welcome to a short walkthrough of the GEOBON Discourse with a focus on the Ecosystem Services Working Group. So when you sign up to Discourse and you join from the invite that will be sent for you through either the inbox or the mailing list, you will land on the webpage of GEOBON's Discourse that looks something like this. I'll have a welcome message in which you can search for information, but some of the important things to know about are these getting started topics here. Here in the Getting Started topic, you will find how to join the working groups or bonds that you might be interested in. You will find information about guidelines and how to set up your profile. There are a few things that are important to do when setting up your profile. The first of which is to make sure that you join the groups that are relevant to you. So how to join a group is through going here on the left in the top. You will see under the everything about FAQs and groups, you will find a whole list of the diverse bonds and working groups that are part of GEOBON. So you need to request to be a member, and the managers of that group will accept you. And for example, here we find the Ecosystem Services Working Group, which I am already a member of, so I don't no longer need to click request. But once your request is accepted, you will be a member of this group. And at this point, it's important to edit what is called here on the left, the communities. So below the resources, where you have quick access to the guidelines and how to set up GEOBON's Discourse and other things, you have a community section in which you can highlight which topics you're interested in. So for example, if I click the little pen on the side of community, this navigation tab opens and I can select the Ecosystem Services Working Group, save my changes for it to appear in my communities, which allows me to quickly navigate to the Ecosystem Service Working Group landing page. Here, you'll find what we currently have, 5 different topics, one on publications, where you can see some of the publications that are that members have been sharing and discussing. So you can navigate to the publications, click on them, see the paper up, itself up here, and there's usually a link that sends you to it and a discussion happening on the paper. Alternatively, we can navigate to events where you'll see things about the webinars that we've been hosting. In the webinars, you'll find the link to the recording or to the sign up if the webinar is in the future. And in general is where you will find the more conversation topics. So for example, right now we've got some topics relevant to the action plan of the Ecosystem Service Working Group, the conceptual development of essential ecosystem service variables, some issues with relational values and intangible measures of ecosystem services, or interoperability. 3 different topics that are relevant to the Ecosystem Service Working Group. So you can either jump in, join one of these, and contribute to the conversation about conceptual development of these such essential variables, or you can start your own topic. By starting a topic here, you can talk about anything you want. Maybe that's marine ecosystem services, maybe that's soil ecosystem services, whatever you are interested in and you want to share with people. So when you create a topic, you'll have a title up here, and what you will see here is tags. Tags are another way to navigate through the discourse. So tags are helpful because when we create a topic, for example, the topic I have up here, conceptual development of essential ecosystem service variables, this has the tag essential ecosystem service variable. There's also some papers that have this tag because they talk about these things. And tags, just like communities, are also here on your left. So you might want to tick in the tags that you are interested in. For example, essential ecosystem service variables, because now you have a quick navigation tool to anything that has been tagged with the essential ecosystem service variable. So here I've got 2 topics in the general and 3 different papers that have this tag, and I could quickly navigate between them and engage with people. Any kind of engagement that you do on these topics will be public. It will appear underneath here like a forum. Remember that on Discourse, you can use any language that you want, and it will automatically translate to the language of the other user. If you want to communicate privately, you have 2 options. You have what is called here messages, which functions a bit like an email inbox, where you'll see these messages from different people. I have membership requests, for example, that I can accept here. And the DMs here, the chat, allows you to message people directly. You can start group chats, or you can start direct communication in group chats that you're already a member of. So this functions a bit more like a social media exchange. Anything that you are having trouble with, any questions that you have, you can quite easily navigate to the FAQs. There'll be here some information about some of the topics that I just discussed, along with other things like notifications. You might want to edit the notifications to be relevant to you, so that you receive emails whenever there's a tag that you're interested in, or that you only receive notifications, for example, between 9 to 5. All of these things can be edited in your private settings here. When you navigate to your face and your profile, then you have the option of going to preferences, and in preferences, you can set your security, your profile, your emails, your notifications, what you're tracking, etc. So you can personalize this to any extent that you want. And finally, one thing that might be helpful to know, in the About section here, you'll find the admins, the people who either moderate groups or administrate the whole discourse. And if you have any specific questions, you can also reach out to them directly if the FAQ doesn't have all the answers that you want. I hope this was helpful and that it has shown you how to navigate the ecosystem services and wider GEOBON discourse. If there is anything, please don't hesitate to reach out.